I want to jump off the show with a story about Klay Thompson because I feel like this is one of those things that Cavino and I disagree on. And when we disagree, like, it could get heated, it could get fun, but I'm always fascinated by Cavino's takes on.
Well, I think we're going to agree and disagree, not to water down the expectation here.
Bro, we're filling in for Dan Patrick. Step it up. He's an actor.
No, I know. I know. And the story involves Klay Thompson's dad, who, as you guys know, or maybe not know, was an ex-Laker. Okay. Now, Klay Thompson, Golden State Warrior. I think he's going into his 12th season, been in the league for a while. He's a veteran now at this point. Really stunk it up at the end of his last season. Danny G and I were talking about that in the kitchen. We're like, yo, he was really bad at the end of last year. What happened?
I mean, dude, Draymond Green seemed like he was crying about it. So maybe he has more gas left in the tank because Draymond seemed like he was sort of bummed to see him go.
Draymond Green said he did shed a tear or two, didn't try to talk him out of it, said, yeah, I'm proud of you, bro. And he said it's never going to change what they accomplished or their friendship and relationship moving forward. But Klay Thompson decided to say goodbye to Draymond Green and Curry and the Golden State Warriors. He took a 3-year deal, $50 million with the Mavericks. Now,
Maverick.
you may say why, or you may say, hey, look, they all got what? They got 4, right? They all got 4 each. Klay, Draymond, Steph. They got 4 wins. He's closer than all of them now by making this move, which, again, if you look to last year, he seemed to be ready to make. Seemed like something was off. Something was not right. He's closer to winning another championship and creating his own path and legacy with the Mavericks. Look, you get one career for the most part. Most people, especially in the NBA.
Yeah.
So if he could win another one with that squad, he's closer with the Mavericks than he is with the Golden State Warriors, at least at this time. He's closer than Draymond and Steph. So it's a decision he made. He seems comfortable and confident with it. I'm sure it's not easy. That's a big decision to make, especially when you're synonymous with one team and winning like that and those other players, Splash Brothers. I mean, that's tough. It's tough to move on and say goodbye. And all you want in that moment is probably the support of your close friends and family. He had the support of his teammates who were sad to see him go. And the story is that his dad was extremely disappointed that he chose the Mavericks over the Lakers.
Listen, you're so right about the rarity of a guy sticking with a team. We just can't get used to that because, you grew up and there were guys that were franchise dudes. You played on one team your whole career. That is old news. That's a thing of the past. Yesterday, we argued about Yadier Molina later in the show, and I was talking to my wife about it. And, like I said, her family's Cardinals fans. I'm like, yeah, he played almost 20 years just for the Cardinals. That doesn't happen in any sport anymore. And when you look at
break time to the tire rack,
time to move on. And here's the headline. Like you said, Klay Thompson, his dad was disappointed that he picked the Mavericks over the Lakers. I'm not feeling in a very congratulatory mood right now. Mychal Thompson told SiriusXM NBA radio he wanted his son to go where he played, the Lakers. Now, Klay said there's financial savings. The difference between living in Texas, where I'm at right now, and California was a big deal. Even when you're making millions, you do have to think about those things.
And you have to think about, did he want to play with LeBron? Was that appetizing or enticing in any weird way? Or did he stay away because he didn't want to play, quote unquote, as we jokingly say, for LeBron in LA? Did that have something to do with it? Does LA not have the pull it once had as a city, as a franchise? Or did he really just see savings, Dallas, chance to win, good squad? He could be an impactful player there. Like, either way, he did what was right for him. And now his dad is saying he's disappointed because he was praying. Talk about pressure. His dad said he was praying every night that Klay ended his career where he played as a Laker. We're talking Klay Thompson. We're going to get to prizes and giveaways and fireworks and more. But Klay Thompson right now, as you know, Mychal Thompson, his dad, longtime color commentator for the Lakers, played for the Showtime Lakers from 87 to 91, won 2 NBA championships in that span. Mychal Thompson, for the most part, is a Laker, right? I mean, he's known for being a Laker. So he's disappointed when Klay chooses the Mavericks. But now he's on Sirius XM, our other stomping grounds, our old stomping grounds, saying that he was really disappointed, as you can assess, that he chose the Mavericks over the Lakers. He says it was close, came down to the Lakers and the Mavs, but the Mavs won out. You know him. He was hoping and praying he'd finish his career where he played with the Lakers. And I feel like that's a lot of pressure for a parent to put on a kid. He does say in the same breath, he's a grown man, 34 years of age, just like we were 34 at one time. And our fathers used to give us advice. And, you know, we would choose our own path, and that's fine. That's what life is supposed to be about. So he's saying in one breath, look, he's a veteran. He's played in the league. This is his 12th season or whatever, over 10 years, 34 years old. He's his own man, makes his own decisions. But I'm really disappointed he didn't listen to me and finish out with the Lakers. I'm sure Klay Thompson had a bunch of reasons as to why he chose the Mavericks. Some maybe he's not even just letting us know about.
If I can jump in as the Lakers fan on the show, the Lakers, honestly, they need some players to sign. Not Klay Thompson, though. He's a shooter, and he wasn't doing that very well at the end of last season. But, he might still have something left in the tank, especially with, a new team. The Lakers need size. They were looking for help at center.
I think they need size in youth, too, no?
Youth as well.
Right?
They got that in the draft, obviously, with Connect.
True.
And he's a shooter. They need size so that AD can play more power forward. So I think Laker fans have been looking at that as well as a youth movement.
Yeah. Lakers could use, like you said, they got Connect, but if they got Klay and Klay was sort of back to a little bit of the old Klay and a big man, if they got one more shooter and a big man, then the Lakers are talking about competing, if you ask me. And right now I'm reading more of the quotes from Mychal Thompson, Covino. He said, listen, I tried to sell him on the Lakers. Obviously, I tried to sell it. Obviously, the right thing for me to do is to try to bring him to LA. I felt like it was the correct thing for me because I really believe in the franchise. The franchise has been so good to me and my family, including Klay. He grew up a Lakers fan, idolizing Kobe. So he really laid it on thick. So I ask you, big decisions in your life, little decisions in your life, how much do you care, or I guess you would say, take your parents' words into consideration? If you're naming your kid, if you're buying a house, if you're dating someone new, like, I have a question. Do you think most people tell their parents before they get engaged? Like,
yeah,
Dad, I'm going to pop the question.
Well, look, I'm saying yes, but I am the same guy that called my dad in the middle of the night to tell him I got married in Vegas. He's like, what? And I'm like, just let Mom know. I know she's going to be extremely disappointed.
But had they seen her, though? But they had seen her.
Met her, I was already a dad, but I didn't tell them. I just did it, right? But I do think that your parents deserve that respect. I'm not saying you need to listen to what they say or do what they say, but you should factor in their opinions. They've lived it. They've done it. They have experience in life. They're your parents. Now, Rich and I, here's why I said we're going to agree and disagree. I think we both agree that Mychal Thompson put a lot of pressure on Klay Thompson. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's coming out publicly saying he's really disappointed in his son's decision, which wasn't a hard one. I mean, which was a hard one to make. I don't know. That rubs me a weird way. I do respect Mychal Thompson's honesty here.